Wow, Donald Trump just got booed at the Kennedy Center when he and Melania showed up to watch Les Mis. Donald Trump showed up through the red carpet at the same time that we learned that Israel may be attacking Iran and there may be all-out war in the Middle East. The United States evacuated many of its embassies, but Donald Trump was at the Kennedy Center. I guess he thought he was going to get applause. To be fair, there were some people in the crowd clapping for him, but you hear a lot of boos there. I want to show you this, and I also want to let you know that when a group of drag queens arrived before Donald Trump's arrival, they got far louder applause than Trump got. So first, let me show you Donald Trump getting booed. Some cheers. I want to be fair. Play this clip. You can see people who are showing up dressed in shirts like this. Democracy has no kings. Abolish ICE. And here's, I think you even see more of this theater at the Kennedy Center clapping when a group of drag queens showed up. Here, play this clip. Just to give you another angle, so you can see if Donald Trump was getting booed or cheered. I think you'll see more boos than cheers, but this was a heavily vetted audience. So Donald Trump got a rude awakening when he showed up here. Here, play this clip. All right, now just contrast that to the drag queens who arrived, who I think got a far louder applause. Play this clip. Now, right before Donald Trump's arrival, he announced that he was indeed selling Trump cards for $5 million. This is what it looks like. And you sign up and you say, I'm from Asia, including the Middle East or your country, and I'm interested in becoming a citizen. If you pay $5 million, you become a citizen. That's what Donald Trump was doing right before he got booed at the Kennedy Center to see Les Mis. And again, the information that we have about this imminent possible war, U.S. officials say Israel is fully ready to launch an operation into Iran, with the U.S. anticipating that Iran could retaliate against U.S. sites in Iraq, according to CBS News. All of this also set to the backdrop of Donald Trump's approval plummeting to only 38%. 53% of Americans oppose his budget bill, only 27% support. 54% of Americans disapprove of his handling over immigration. So Donald Trump, before getting booed, he arrives on the red carpet. And a reporter asks him, like, you're on the red carpet. Like, we hear that it's about to go down in Iran, that Israel's about to attack Iran. Iran's activating its Revolutionary Guard. What do you know about it? And Donald Trump goes, could be dangerous, could be dangerous. Here, play this clip.
Could you provide an update on Iran? We're hearing reports that U.S. personnel are being moved out of the region within striking distance.
Well, they are being moved out because it could be a dangerous place, and we'll see what happens. But they are being, we've given notice. We will move out, and we'll see what happens.
Mr. President, are you worried?
They can't have a nuclear weapon. Very simple. They can't have a nuclear weapon. We're not very simple.
Could be dangerous. Then Donald Trump lies. How do you know Donald Trump's lying? It's because he's speaking. And he says that he helped Los Angeles survive, that Los Angeles would be ruined and dead if it wasn't for him. And then he lies and claims that he cut the deficit in half when the deficit has increased. Literally everything this guy says is a lie. Let's play this clip.
Today they're fantastic. The deficit was cut in half over a period of 2 months. We cut what they tried to destroy our country. They were destroying our country. And you saw how good the numbers were. We took in $88 billion in tariffs in 2.5 months, and that we didn't even start yet. No, we're bringing the country back fast, and I'm very proud to have helped Los Angeles survived. Los Angeles right now, if we didn't do what we did, would be burning to the ground. And that's not over yet. You know, these are radical left lunatics that you're dealing with. And they're tough, they're smart, they're probably paid, many of them, as you know, they're professionals. When you see them chopping up concrete, because the bricks got captured, they're chopping up concrete and they're using that as a weapon. That's pretty bad.
Donald Trump is asked about the fact that he hasn't done any deals with any countries with his tariff war against the world. And then Donald Trump says, he's asked, so what do you think about the European Union? And he's like, I'll let you know about that in a week. Then he basically says that I'm just going to tell the countries what their tariffs are going to be, and I'm going to call that a deal. And this is what Donald Trump said before getting booed. Here, play this clip.
You expect to get a deal with next?
So we're dealing with Japan, we're dealing with South Korea, we're dealing with a lot of them. We're dealing with about 15 countries, but as you know, we have about 150 plus. And you can't do that. So we're going to be sending letters out in about a week and a half, 2 weeks, to countries, telling them what the deal is, like I did with EU.
And are you happy with the EU right now? You were unhappy with them about 10 days ago.
Well, I'll let you know in about a week. They do want to negotiate, I will say that.
Donald Trump is told that the protests have spread to 16 cities across the U.S. And then Trump says he doesn't believe that. Play this clip.
If this turns into another summer of unrest, what are you prepared to do, sir?
About what?
If this turns, well, the protests have spread now to 16 cities across the U.S. If this turns in...
That's what you're saying. Do I believe you? I don't think so.
Well, I got that from the Fox News green room.
What we have is a situation in Los Angeles that was caused by gross incompetence. They didn't have the police to handle it. The police were asking us to come in. They were very late. We had to go in to save a lot of ICE officers, as you know, who were held up. They were holed up in a building, and they were being attacked. And the military went in, the National Guard went in and got them. The police weren't able, unfortunately, to move fast enough, but we moved fast.
Then Donald Trump pretends that he knows about Les Mis. He's asked, who do you identify more with, Jean Valjean or Javert? And Donald Trump says it's a tough one, that he doesn't know which one he identifies more with, but he pretends that he's seen Les Mis before. Play this clip.
Question on the musical. Have you seen the musical before, and do you identify more with Jean Valjean or Javert?
Oh, that's a tough one, that last part of that question. That's tough, I think. You better answer that one, honey. I don't know. I've seen it. We've seen it a number of times. It's fantastic. I thought it was just about our first choice. That's what we got. And we have others coming. Other great ones are coming.
See, literally, the dude lies. See, you saw that he shook his head. Yeah, like I know. Donald Trump is asked about actors boycotting him at the Kennedy Center. And here's what he says. Play this clip.
It's been reported that some actors may be boycotting tonight.
I couldn't care less. Honestly, all I do is run the country well. The economic numbers, you saw them today. They're setting records. We took $88 billion in tariffs in 2 months, far beyond what anybody expected. There's no inflation. People are happy. People are wealthy. The country's getting back to strength again. That's what I care about. And we're going to have a safe country.
Trump continues to lie and claims that he stopped tremendous destruction and death. So far, nobody's died in Los Angeles, and the protests were peaceful until Donald Trump sent the National Guard and federalized it in and escalated things. But play this clip.
We stopped tremendous destruction and death. We stopped death. We stopped a lot. And if you look at them cutting up and breaking up the sidewalk and getting it and using it as a weapon, did you see that with the curb? Where they're breaking up the curb, nice curb, and they break it up with a hammer because they couldn't get the bricks in.
And then Donald Trump says that if he wasn't there, Los Angeles would be burned to the ground right now.
People are wealthy. The country's getting back to strength again. That's what I care about. And we're going to have a safe country. We're not going to have what would have happened in Los Angeles. Remember, if I wasn't there, if I didn't act quickly on that, Los Angeles would be burning to the ground right now.
Now, as I mentioned before, there may be an all-out war very soon in the Middle East. The U.S. has ordered all embassies in striking distance of Iran, including those in the Middle East and parts of Eastern Europe and North Africa, to convene emergency action committees and send cables back to D.C. about what measures they are taking to mitigate risks, which is what led to today's departures from Iraq, according to the Washington Post. The U.S. believes that when Israel, and if Israel attacks Iran, Iran will attack the U.S. sites in Iraq. But Donald Trump is watching Les Mis and getting booed and clapped for a little bit, and his drag queens are getting more praise than him. Okay, well, there you have it. Let me know what you think. I think Donald Trump is officially the least popular president in history at this time. Doesn't surprise me. Hit subscribe. Let's get to 5 million subscribers. Thank you for watching.
Can't get enough Meidas? Check out the Meidas Plus Substack for ad-free articles, reports, podcasts, daily recaps from Ron Filipkowski, and more. Sign up for free now at MeidasPlus.com.